What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another live stream. Travel Explorer Click Live. So what's going on, everybody? Just wanted to come on. We're gonna do an hour today, right? So I don't want to get too crazy. I did like 3 hours yesterday. I didn't even realize it had gotten so late. But we're gonna do an hour today. First off, let me know if everything's okay, guys. Audio sounds good, video sounds good. Just let me know. So I don't want to. I made a few changes, not really big changes, but just messing with stuff. So I just want to make sure everything is working properly. So as you guys come in the room, just let me know you're here just by saying hello. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a little emoji or something just so I can give you a shout out. I'll be doing shout outs in probably a couple minutes here. So just let me know you're here. And we're going to do Q&A today, so we'll just be answering questions. If you guys have questions, just go ahead and put it in the chat. Put at TEC, and then I'll make sure I address that question. If you have a question for everyone, for me, and for everyone else, just go ahead and put the question in the chat, and we will try to do our best to answer those questions. I finally got around to booking my Colombia trip. I've been waiting around. I don't even know why. The trip is in October. October 4th is when I'm leaving, so I still have a little bit of time, but usually I like to book it maybe 2 to 3 months in advance. So this time I waited a little bit longer than I normally do, but I was able to book it. I was able to record the screen this time, I think successfully. I did 2 different types of audio for whatever reason. There's always something that happens. I learned this way back when I don't know if I told you guys, but I used to do videography work for weddings, and you always have to have redundancy. Like I do photography now, and it's the same thing for weddings. You have to have 2 of everything. So 2 cameras, at least 2 flashes. I have like 4 flashes usually, but you always have to have backups. So it's one of those things. And so I tried to do the screen capture. Everything was going perfect. I listened to the feed after, or the video after, and everything was going great until I got to the very end. For whatever reason, either my computer probably got really behind or something, but the audio just shut out. But luckily, I was recording secondary audio, so I think I'll be able to use that secondary audio, and it should be fine. But it's like one of those deals. I don't know if you guys remember, but the last trip to Colombia, I tried to record my transaction. I just wanted to show you guys exactly what I do to book a flight, and so yeah, last time I tried to do it, same thing, or not the same thing. A different thing happened this time. It just pretty much froze. So it got the first couple of minutes, and then after that it just froze and stayed on the same screen. So even though I was talking, you could hear me. I was going through all the different screens, and it wasn't doing anything. So this time, I think worst case scenario, I can still work it out because I can always do a voiceover on the part that didn't show up right, or well, it showed up, but the part that the audio just cut out. It was like the audio. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out. But I do have the footage of me booking the flight, and I booked a business class seat, so that's throughout the whole flight. It was 70,000 points, and it costs $85.83, taxes and fees. So not bad for business class. And I got a little bonus in there because during the time that I was booking it, and you guys will see because I'm going to put out a video on this, but I was able to get a business class flight on a Dreamliner, so 787. So that was good. Unexpected. Usually you're not going to fly on a Dreamliner coming from, and this is on my way home, coming from Colombia back to the U.S., but obviously they had to reposition this plane, and so that was that deal. So I'm gonna be flying on a Dreamliner on the way back, business class, lie flat seat. It should be nice. This is the first time I'm flying on a Dreamliner. Well, the first time I'm flying business class on a Dreamliner. I've flown on economy on a Dreamliner before. I don't know if you guys have been on Dreamliner before. If you guys have, please put it in the chat, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Those planes are really nice, really nice. And like I said, I was flying economy, and on my way to my trip to Paris, and that Dreamliner was really. It's one of those planes that has the windows that fade out, or not fade out, but they tint. So you don't have the window shades. You just hit the button, and the window will just turn into like tint, and it will completely go dark. So yeah, it's got those planes are nice. I'm telling you, even economy, you're doing good in economy. I mean, they have nice, and they have little remotes. So this is economy. I'm just talking about economy. They have the little remotes that you pull out, and you can play games and control the entertainment and all that. So really, really good. I'm happy about that. The funny thing is too, the flight from Bogota to Los Angeles, it's about a 5-hour flight, maybe 5.5 hours. For whatever reason, this flight is going to be 7 hours and 24 minutes or something like that, which is strange that it's an extra couple of hours for the flight. So don't know much about flying. I guess if Braveheart's in here, maybe he can help us out a little bit. He does look like he is here. For whatever reason, this is the flight is 2 hours longer, so I would think they go the same route. I don't know, but this is a longer flight. I'm not complaining because, like I said, it's going to be business class for me. It's going to be a lie flat seat. I don't mind spending a couple extra hours on the plane, so just gives me a couple of extra hours. Maybe I'll eat 2 meals. So yeah, that'll be pretty nice. And I like it the way, like I've said this before. When it comes down to, God, I just lost my train of thought. Oh man. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'll come back to it. I looked down for a second to see if someone wrote something. Brian wrote something on here, and it just completely threw me off. So, yeah. So this will be. Oh yeah. Okay. So I've said this before when it comes to flying, like first class, business class. If I have a situation where I can't fly business class or first class round trip, then I always choose to fly business class or first class on the way back. And my main reasoning behind that is I want to have something to look forward to on my trip back, because the trip back usually is the worst part of your whole trip, right? Because you're leaving wherever you go, you're on vacation, you're leaving, and it's just everything about leaving for the most part, in my experience, it's just been bad. Like, oh man, I gotta go home, and I gotta go back to work, and I gotta do this. So if you have a little something to look forward to the night before, you're packing and you're thinking, oh man, I really had a good time here, but I get to fly back on business class or on first class. So I always do that way. If I have a choice, I'm going to take that flight back. It's going to be business class or first class. The flight up, I'll do economy if that's the situation. In this situation, I'm doing business class on both legs. But yeah, so it works out even better. Not only is it going to be business class, but it's going to be a nice flight, or I shouldn't say a nice flight, but it's going to be on a nice plane. Hopefully, it's going to be a nice flight. Knock on wood, everything goes well, and so I will record it too. Of course, I'm going to record it. I know I say this, and I've recorded flights before, but I'm always just bad about not record. Like I have to have a script, believe it or not. Maybe not a full on well, it's not going to be a full on script where I don't script what I say. Usually I do bullet points, but I need to kind of think through what I need to record, because I've always gone in there and started. You just get excited and you're recording all this stuff, and then you look at your footage later and you're like, wow, I don't have anything that I wanted, and so I'm gonna do everything this time, and there's some real good videos. People put some real good videos out about just flying first class, business class, and so I'm gonna do a little research prior to, because I don't normally, like, I'll record stuff, but just more for myself. I don't really record on a plane to show people. but it is good footage to have because I can always use it when I'm talking about different things. Here I have that B-roll that I can pull in and say, yeah, when I was flying, on the Dreamliner, blah, blah, blah. Then I have footage of me on the Dreamliner, that kind of stuff. But this time I want to make a full-on review of the plane. So that should be fun. Okay, so as you guys come in here, just please hit the like button for me. We got about 22 people in here. So we have about 4 likes right now. So if you can please smash the like button for us to bring more people in, and so YouTube will promote it out to others. So please, if you could do that at this point. Now, and if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. We talk about travel reward credit cards as well as frequent flyer programs. And we're just trying to get you there. We're trying to get you to your destination using points. And so that's why we talk about the travel credit cards, because it's a really good way to travel on a budget. And so that's what we talk about here. So if that's something that you're interested in, especially if you're a beginner, you're definitely gonna get a lot of information out of this channel. We do live streams on Saturday. I have a co-host, so we do a live stream on Monday as well with Jason from Flashpoint Capital, which, by the way, we're going to be over at his channel tomorrow, and I believe we decided to do it at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So wait, am I saying that right? I hope so. Yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So check his stuff out. He'll be putting some information out there to you guys, but 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Flashpoint Capital. Go to his channel, and then you'll be able to watch the live stream there. And it'll be his first live stream, so I'm sure he'll do well, but I'm sure he's probably stressed out right now. Okay, guys, let's give some shout-outs real quick, and then we will do some Q&A. And I do want to talk a little bit more about the trip that I booked, just to kind of give you guys some information. There's a few new things that I actually learned that I didn't pay attention to before, but I paid attention to this time. Okay, so we have Jessica in the room. What's going on? Flashpoint Capital, what's going on, Jason? Braveheart, how you doing? And Braveheart, you're gonna need to wait, I think, 10 minutes in, and we've been on for, is that right? 5 minutes? Maybe a little longer than, huh? Maybe we are at 10 minutes. Let's see. I haven't seen the bot come up yet, but yeah, 10 minutes in, then you can open up, you can do the exclamation point points, and it should bring up your stuff. I'm hoping it's working. If it's not working today, I'm really gonna have to figure out what's going on if it doesn't work. So yeah, I'm concerned about it now. Hopefully it will open up. Okay. Let's see. Nate and Jess, what's going on? World Walker, what's going on? Nate and Jess already said. Jessica already said. David, what's going on, buddy? Brian, how you doing? Tony, nice to see you. Joe Hill Experience. The Joe Hill Experience, what's going on? All right. Nika, how you doing, Nika? Hip, what's going on? Let's see. Anybody else? Anybody else? Bruce Law, what's going on, man? Patrick, good to see you. First time seeing you here. And Wade, what's going on? Vic, what's going on? All right, guys. So I'm hoping that this bot is working. I see people typing in their stuff right now, and I'm not seeing a response. So I think we're in 10 minutes. So it should be, let me see if I can type in mine if it works. Okay, so hopefully the bot will start responding. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear. If he doesn't respond, then I'm going to have to start doing some tweaking to it. And I have everything open, so we should be good. Okay, and all right, I think we can get going now. So as far as the some more stuff I want to talk about the flight. Okay, so booking the flight was a little bit frustrating, and this happened to me before. I don't know if it was my last trip. I think my last trip I was able to book everything, no problem. But the trip prior to that, it was the same thing. I went through all of the steps, got to the very end, and I went to pay using my credit card, of course, and something happened. It didn't work. It gave me an error message. And so I went back and I was thinking, okay, well, maybe since I was recording everything, I was taking a little bit more time than I normally do. So I went back, put in all the information again, and sure enough, didn't work. And so I tried it one more time. And this last time that I tried it, I went ahead and put everything, all the information in there, but I wrote down all of the flight information because I realized, hey, if I tried this last time and it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to call them. And I wanted to hurry up and get my ticket at that point. It did say one ticket, when I was booking it, it did say one ticket available or something like that for what I was trying to book. And so I don't know if that's, well, I will tell you, I've always been skeptical about that, but funny enough, I did book it. And after that, I looked again and it was gone. So the same flight that I was trying to take was, well, not really the flight. The flight was there, but the same value that I was getting before wasn't there. So anyway, I had to call them. I had to call in. And anytime you call, you want to make sure you let them know that you were online first and you tried to book it and it didn't work. Because some airlines will charge you if you call in, as opposed to using using the online thing. So make sure you let them know if it's online. Just let them know, hey, I was trying online and I couldn't get it to work. That way they'll waive that fee. I know American Airlines has a fee. I'm not sure if United does, to be honest with you. They've never asked me for a fee, but I always try to do it online first, and then I call in. And when I call in, that's what I'm telling them. Hey, I tried to do it online, it didn't work. So, yeah. So anyway, the one thing how can I say this? The one bad part about calling in to book, when I was doing it online, I wanted to get the travel insurance, right? So when I was doing it online, I had all that information in there. It was $27 for travel insurance, and that was going to be, my main thing is the medical insurance, right? I wanted to have the medical insurance at least $25,000. That's a good, when I say medical insurance, I mean medical emergency insurance. So it's not something where I can just go there and use insurance. But if there's an emergency, I get sick, or God forbid I get hit by a car or something like that, $25,000, that's where I want it to be at least. So I went ahead and had all that information in there, went to book it online, didn't work. So when I called in, I was telling the person over the phone, yeah, I had the insurance, I wanted to get the insurance again. And she was like, okay, well, we can't do that here, we can't take the money here, but well, I'll give you a number you can call. So they gave me a number, I went ahead and called, but the problem is they didn't offer the same insurance. It was instead of $27, it was $20, but instead of the $25,000 for the medical emergency insurance, it was $10,000. So what I did is I got that information, and I didn't put it on hold, but I just told them, hey, is there a way that I can call you back? And because I want to do some more research. And so that's what I did. Did some more research, went on travel, or what did I tell you? What did I tell you guys? Travelinsurance.com. Went to travelinsurance.com, pulled up all the information, and sure enough, they had some of the same plans, like $20 around there. And then they had a couple it was like $25,000, what I was looking for, and they're a little bit more expensive. I think it was around $30. And I went with a plan that's like I think I paid $35 for the plan that I got, and that plan included $100,000 for medical emergency and $1 million for evacuation, so emergency evacuation. So I went with that, right? $35, not bad. This trip is in total, it's going to be 11 days. So I'll be there for 11 days total. So not a bad deal. I'm telling you guys, travel insurance is one of those things that you want to look into that when you're traveling, because anything can happen, and you want to be in a good situation if something does happen, where at least you know you have the funds to take care of almost anything. And at least get you back to the U.S., where I have insurance here in the U.S., but my insurance isn't going to cover me out there. So if something, God forbid, were to happen, at least I would be able to get back to the U.S. and then I can be, they can complete my treatment there. So that was the plan there. Okay, so just something to think about, and I'm not being sponsored by travelinsurance.com or any insurance, third-party insurance, but I just see the need now. I see the importance of having that because you never know what could happen. So you don't want to be on the wrong side of that where you're like, oh man, if I only spent $35 extra, I wouldn't be in the bind that I'm in. And it could be minor. It could be something small. If you don't have any insurance at all, it could be some minor injury that you get and you can't be treated. So either you're going to be in pain until you get home, or you'll be in a situation where they can take care of you while you're there. So, okay. So guys, please hit the like button. We're at about 15 likes right now. We're on the road to 50 likes, so if we can hit that, that would be great. If you guys looked earlier, I did post a video about credit cards. Credit cards are bad. So I wanted to, it was a little bit of a clickbait. It was a question mark, so it was clickbait, but not real clickbait, right? Because it's just asking the question. I will post a link to that right now. So you can just right click on the link and then open up a new tab and then watch it later. But let's see here. Let me pull this up while I'm talking. Or I'm going to try to pull it up while I'm talking. So just my opinion when it comes to credit cards and how to stay out of debt when it comes to credit cards. And that's our biggest fear, right? Everyone is afraid of credit cards because you're going to go into debt and you're going to lose everything. Well, if you do things the right way with credit cards, you'll be fine, but you just need to, okay, I apologize for that. I've been seeing a lot of these commercials. Like they're really promoting this. Let me show you guys. These Hyatt, let's see here. Open that up for you guys to see. So the Hyatt, these Hyatt Ziva, I think you guys can see that, right? They are really promoting this thing for whatever reason. Every time I go to any video, it seems like this commercial comes up. So yeah, all inclusive, Hyatt. I don't know how many points it is, probably like 25 or 30,000 points a night. But yeah, they are promoting the heck out of this thing. So I just found that interesting. So, okay, let me go ahead and getting sidetracked here. Let's go ahead and post this link here. So here's a link to the latest video that I put out. Please, if you guys can do me a favor, just go over there and go over there, watch the video. Like I said, you can watch it after this, or you can watch it while you're watching me here. And hit the like button, please, for me over there too. Just go over there. That is the best way that you can support me. People ask me, what's the best way that I can support you, and the best way that you can support me is just hitting like button. Seriously, because that is what's going to tell YouTube, hey, this is good information, and we will they'll make me, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say an ambassador, but that's not that's where I'm going with it. But basically, they will classify me in that area. So if it's Travel Reward credit cards, they're going to classify me in that area. So anytime I put a video out, they're going to say, okay, yeah, this is what he talks about. He talks about credit cards. He talks about travel points and things like that. And so by them doing that, or by them allowing me to do that, or what's the word? By them knowing that, by YouTube knowing that, anytime I put out a video, they're automatically going to promote it, and they're going to promote it to certain people that would be interested in stuff like that. So hitting the like button is the best support that you can give me, because that will build our audience, because now they're going to reach out to more people who are interested in credit cards and travel related stuff. So that is the best way. So if you ask us what's the best way, that's the best way. The second best way is to comment on the videos. So when I put out a video, whether it be a live stream, we do a lot of talking on the live stream already, but live streams, regular videos, just comment below. If you have a question, put it in the comment section. But also if you just say, hey, you know what, good video, or hey, David, what's up, or just something. That way, that dialogue, they like to see the interaction, okay? YouTube is all about keeping you on the platform. They want to keep you on YouTube as long as possible. Okay, so live streams are good when you're watching a live stream and you watch a lot of the video. That's good. They like that because you're staying on their platform. The engagement when you're commenting, when you're liking videos and all that, they like that because you're staying on the platform and you are participating in the platform. When you go from this video, this live stream, to another video that I put out, they like that because you're staying in within YouTube. So that's what they're all about. Those are the two best ways to support me. I know people say, oh yeah, you know, super chats. Realistically, I'm trying to grow the channel. That's my whole focus. I want to grow this channel so it'll be big. The more people come in, and then the more people we can help. And the more people that can help me. Believe it or not, there's a lot of stuff that I'm still learning when it comes to travel credit cards. By no means am I an expert when it comes to this. I'm sharing my experiences with you guys. That's what it's all about. And if you guys can learn a little bit, that's great. But I definitely learn a lot more than I'm putting out. Like, there's a lot of information that I'm getting from you guys about different things. Another thing too, as far as let's see, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about as far as travel, or not travel, I'm sorry, as far as YouTube. But just know that, yes, hitting the like button, like please hit the like button right now. Hitting the like button in the video, that really helps out. So if you guys can just hit that link, right click it, open up a new tab, watch it later, hit that like button, comment if you can, just say hello or anything like that. Like I said, just any comment is good. And even the bad comments, believe it or not, YouTube they don't care if it's a good comment or bad comment. Obviously, if it's something that's really bad, then they'll probably ban it. So if it's using profanity and stuff like that, they will, you know, put it in my little spam folder so I can read it later, but they're not going to allow it to go out. But even if it's a bad comment, they don't care. Or if it's criticism, and I don't care either. Like, if it's criticism, I totally understand. Hey, you don't have to be on board with what I'm saying, and I like the engagement. And I will engage back and forth with people. If they say, oh yeah, you know, I don't like this, I don't like that, then I'll go in there and I'll say, hey, yeah, I agree with you, or I disagree with you, or so we can have that dialogue in the comment section as well. And you might have a question. Or someone might have a question and you ask that question and I answer it, or someone else answers it, so it helps everyone else in the comment section. One of the things I love to do when I read blogs is go into the comment section, and that's one of the first places that I go. So I'll read the article and then I'll go in the comment section because I want to see, or on YouTube videos, I'll go to the comment section because I want to see if there's certain things, like there's certain questions I might have. Go to that comment section, and a lot of times it's someone else had that same question. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on down and see if we have any questions here. So if you guys have questions, please put it in the chat. Just put at TEC, and I'll make sure I address those questions. Let's see. All right. Okay, so what David said, does anybody know any good airlines in Spain? I'm trying to book one way from Madrid to Barcelona. Yeah, I'm not really familiar. I want to go to Spain. I haven't gone there yet, and so I'm not really familiar with their. I'm taking it you're looking at one of the airlines, the economy airlines, I guess, that fly within Spain. I'm not too familiar with that. Okay, let's see. And Brian's asking, which airline am I flying? Good question. I booked everything through United. So United, I always do the same thing. So when I'm going to Colombia, I'm always booking through United, or I'm trying to fly on JetBlue. In this case, I booked through United, and I'm flying on Avianca. So Avianca is the official airline, I guess, of Colombia. One of them. They have a few airlines, but I think Avianca is the largest airline in Colombia. So It'll be on Avianca the whole trip. So that's good. Last time I flew on Copa for 2 of the flights. So this time it's going to be Avianca the whole way. So that's good. There's some things I'm looking forward to. I will be getting there. Like my flight is, I'm doing a red eye. Okay, so I had to situate it that way. Fly out, what is it, Friday morning. So I just had to plan it that way. I was trying to do it a different time, but I had to schedule it. They didn't have anything else available, basically, for the time that I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave Friday night, but they didn't have Friday night available, so now I'm leaving Friday morning and getting there at around noon Friday, which is fine. So I get there a day earlier than I planned, but I'll still be able to make it all work out. Because I wanted to stay 10 days. I'm staying a little bit longer, which is fine. But yeah, Avianca. So Avianca, and I'm flying, like I said, that Dreamliner. I didn't even know they had Dreamliners, Avianca, but they do. So that's going to be fun. Now I'm not flying the Dreamliner up. The flight up is going to be on an A321. So nice plane, pretty decent. It's going to be business class, but it's not a lie flat seat or anything. It's just a regular seat. Another tip too, when you're booking stuff, when you're booking airfare, go to SeatGuru.com. And I'm not sponsored by them. At some point, I'm going to start getting these sponsors because I'm always pushing their products. They're going to probably look at these videos and be like, hey, we have to get this guy on board because he's always pushing our product. SeatGuru.com, go to that website when you're booking. Like when you're in the process of booking your flight, go have SeatGuru.com open in a separate little tab, because what I like doing is I like to pull up all the information and I hit the details, the details section, and I find out what plane it is, and the flight number and everything is on there. So if I'm really considering that flight and I don't know anything about the airplane, so it's an A321, okay, well, what does the airplane look like? What are the good seats to sit in, the bad seats to sit in? So going on SeatGuru.com, put in that information. All you need is the airplane, the flight number, and the date that you're flying out, and it will pull up your flight, and it will have the plane that you should be flying on. You click on that, and it's going to tell you. It's going to have the good seats, the bad seats. When I say the good seats, the bad seats, what I'm talking about is they're not. Some of these seats aren't more expensive. They're just seats that are preferred seats. So if you are sitting on a plane, where are the best seats to sit on a plane? And where are the seats that you don't want to sit? And usually they're going to be up front, the very front. They're going to tell you, or the very back, the last seat on the planes are usually not desirable for 2 reasons: the restroom, and then the other reason is some of those seats don't recline. They don't recline back. So you could be sitting at that back end of the plane. You're not going to be able to recline. And then, of course, like some of the emergency exits are not good seats. They might give you more leg room, but the seats don't recline. So it's give or take. It's give or take. So it's one of those deals where you might not have the best experience overall. So yeah, SeatGuru.com, have that open and check it out so you can see. Now, of course, when you're booking your flight, when you're picking your seat, you can see the plane. They'll show you the plane, but they're not going to show you the good seats and the bad seats. And also, there are people on there that will take, in SeatGuru.com, people take pictures. So they take pictures of the plane, like of the seats, and some people take pictures of the food and stuff like that. So you can kind of have an idea of what to expect. So I'm telling you, SeatGuru.com, I'm on there all the time when I'm booking a flight, and it makes a difference. And like I was saying, and I will do a video of this book. I'm going to edit it this week, so I'll have it out sometime this week. But I like to give myself deadlines, because if I say, oh yeah, I'll have the video out, but I don't give myself a deadline, then it's kind of like, oh, okay, I'll just do it next week. But I will have it out this week sometime. So if I don't, you guys need to call me on that. So anyway, yeah, so when you're looking at SeatGuru.com, or when you're just looking at the details on your plane, you want to make sure, like I could have missed that Dreamliner experience, because the last time I flew out there, I just flew back on an A321. It was business class, nice, but it wasn't anything spectacular. But if you're looking into the different planes, you hit in the details, because it doesn't just open up. Like, it'll just show you the plane that you're going to fly on, but it doesn't open up and tell you exactly what you're looking at. Like, is it a Dreamliner? Is it this? Is it that? And you have to hit the details, open up the details in order to find that information out. So just knowing a little bit about planes can help you out and give you a better experience on a flight. Okay, let's see. Okay, Patrick, what's going on, buddy? He's asking me, what's your favorite hotel card? It's going to be the World of Hyatt card. I like Hyatt properties. I did book I'm staying in Bogota so I'll fly into Bogota October 4th, and I'll be staying in Bogota for 4 days. And I booked the 4 nights at the Grand Hyatt. So they have a Grand Hyatt in Bogota. Very, very nice looking hotel, top notch. I should have booked it 2 weeks ago when I looked at it initially, because it was $104. Now it went up to $117. And no, yeah, I'm not using points for this to book this. Points are 12,000 points each night. So 12,000 points or $117. It's better to go with the $117, save those 12,000 points for another trip, because I can just get more value. I can get better value with saving those points. So I'll go ahead and pay cash. So I went ahead and paid cash. The only problem is taxes and fees or whatever. It ended up being like $100 just for the taxes and fees. So I don't know. That seems a little much, a little more than what I was expecting. But Grand Hyatt, this is a really nice hotel. And being that it's in Bogota, capital city, obviously they're catering to a lot of the government officials and everything that are out there that are either traveling from other countries and all that. So it should be a real good experience at that hotel. And I was able to book, like, I have to look more into this, but they have club level. So they have the club lounge, club level, and I have the club lounge and the club level. I'm not globalist. I'm not a globalist with Hyatt. So I'm an explorist, so I don't have the club access. I have passes that I can use, but if you're a globalist, you get it all the time. For whatever reason, when I booked it, it was one of the rooms that I could book was the club access, and so that's what I booked, and it was the same price as the regular access. So it'll be interesting to see if I do get that club access, and then of course when I get there, I am gonna try to see if I can get an upgrade. And they have a lot of different rooms, a lot of different hotel rooms, or a lot of different suites and stuff like that, and views and things like that. So I might be able to at least get a view, if not an upgraded suite. So we'll see when we get there. All right, let's see. Okay, and Braveheart made a good point, or raised a good point. He says maybe it's because it's a different time zone, flying against time. Yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, I know the flight up there we're flying from LAX to Bogota, and no, we're flying from LAX to El Salvador. That was 5.5 hours. And then from there to Colombia is another 3 hours. You know what? Maybe it is 7 hours. Maybe it is around that. Maybe that's the regular. Because I have not done a straight shot. Using points, I haven't been able to do a straight shot to Colombia. So like a nonstop flight. So maybe it is that long. But in my head, I'm always thinking, oh, it's only like 5 hours, but I'm stopping halfway. Like I stop in Panama usually. So maybe that's the reason why. But yeah, I'm not complaining. That's gonna be a nice little experience. And you guys will be able to come along the way, because I'm gonna have video of it. And if I could, I would do live stream, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Maybe I should get internet on the plane. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm excited. It's any time, like I was on the 777, that Boeing 777, when I flew to Thailand, and that was a business class flight, the Polaris, United Polaris experience. It was okay. But on this trip, the Dreamliner, that should be really nice. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, let's see. All right. Chase Sapphire Reserve now offering 50,000 TEC point bonus. All right, Vic. I think you're joking, right? The Chase Sapphire Reserve is 50,000. Yes, TEC point bonus. Okay. All right. Let me move back up here. Just lost my place, guys. Okay. All right. It's good that it looks like the points are working now, so I'm happy about that. You guys are able to pull your points. There's something I want to try too, and I'll do that after I go through the questions here. But you have polls, like you can do voting. Maybe I should do it right now. Yeah, let me do it right now. That way you guys can vote while I'm going over some of these. So I've never used this before. This will be the first time. But there is a feature that will allow us to vote in the chat. So let's see if we can do that. All right. Where is it? Where is it? Polls. Here it is right here. Okay. So I'm going to start a poll. And I think the bot will give you information on how to do it. Okay, so here is the poll. Of course, Chase Sapphire Reserve or American Express Platinum. And to vote, looks like you put exclamation point vote and write Chase or write Amex to vote. And so I've never done a poll before, so a poll on here before. So go ahead and vote, guys, and then we'll see how that works at the very end, how the percentage goes or what it shows us when it comes to the vote. I just think it'll be something fun for us to kind of do. So Braveheart, I think you just put I vote Chase. So exclamation point vote Chase. I think that's what you put. So try that and make sure you space, so exclamation point vote and then space Chase. See if that works. And I don't know if it's gonna, I don't think you have to put that little, what is that? Oh God, all right, Dave, we get it, we get it. Yeah, we'll see. Come on, David, stop. I want to get a good. It probably won't even allow you to do it more than once. Yeah, I vote Hyatt. All right, cool. And I don't know. Am I able to see? Maybe I'm able to see the poll on my end over here. Yeah, so this would be great. Like, so if I'm talking about something, then I can open up a poll, and that way we can poll the audience and see how you guys feel about certain things. So I think it's good. Okay, yeah, it does show me here, so I can show. And yes, David, it doesn't give you extra. It doesn't give you extra votes if you vote more than once. So far, American Express only has 2 votes. So cool, I like that. And then at the end, I can pull it up and then show you guys what people. I can't show you exactly who voted what. Well, obviously you guys can see who voted what, but I can show you the percentage. Right now it's 60-40. Oh, now it's 50. Now it's 50-50. All right, cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish off with some of these the questions here. There's so many different things in the Streamlabs. I really like it, but it's just so much going on here. As far as all the stuff, like you have to learn all these different little things, but there's so many different things that it offers. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. And so now that this works like this, I will do a poll every time. So every live stream we can open up a poll, and I can start it off at the beginning of the live stream, and then at the very end, then we'll pull it up and see what people think. And it looks like the bot will continue to let us know periodically that you can vote on this different poll, so that's good. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on down here. So I hope you guys enjoy stuff like this. If not, just let me know. This is corny. I don't want to do it. Like, I mean, don't say, if some people get, if some people get something out of it, that's great. You don't have to participate. Obviously, you're here. You can watch it. You don't have to participate in it. But just let me know if it's something that you think is cool or what. Let's see here. All right. Okay. And guys, please, if you can take some time, hit the like button for me so we can bring some more people in. We got about 30 people in the room. So if you can hit the like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. All right. Just looking through the questions here. P. Gill, what's going on, buddy? Okay, and if you guys are new here, if you guys have never subscribed to my channel, you might want to do it now, because if you do it now, you're going to get 50 points, 50 TEC points for subscribing to the channel. And like I said, we talk about travel credit cards. That's what we're talking about here, talking about how to travel on a budget. And so we share information. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, if you've been curious about like travel credit cards and things like that, this is the perfect place for you, because you'll get a lot of information about how to do that. So, all right, let's move on down here. And I'll also give you a shout out too. Usually I recognize it's someone. Okay, so Christopher, thank you for subscribing, Christopher. And your name is down below in our little marquee thing. If you look down below the little lower thirds, your name is being displayed right now. So it will stay there until someone else subscribes, and then that person will take that spot. But Christopher, thank you for subscribing. All right. You know what's funny? I say okay a lot, and I realize it now. And it's funny because I have my phone here, and I have Google, right? And I'm going to try not to say it because I don't want it to open up. But you get it. Like, I say okay, and then I say something else that might sound similar to Google, and it opens up. It opens up. So I'm talking, and all of a sudden my phone just opens up. So I need to stop saying okay so much. I do say it a lot. It's kind of like a filler, I guess. I don't know. I need to stop saying it, though. World Walker saying, if Ask Sevi didn't exist, more channels would have traffic. That's all right. You know what? I think the community, this travel community, is really growing, because you have a lot of people out there now that have these channels. And I didn't really get started seriously about travel credit cards until, I'd say, like a year ago. That's when I made the big change, and I said, okay, I'm changing the name and the name of my channel, because the name of my channel before was just my name. And I changed the name, and then I tried to focused more attention on travel credit cards, but I was still doing the photography stuff too. So I was doing two things. That is the worst thing to do, that now that I'm finding out. That's the worst thing to do, is to have a channel where you have two different audiences, because YouTube doesn't know how to place you. They don't know where to put you. Are you a photography channel, or are you a travel credit card channel? So it really hurts, because you can't move. They don't know how to promote you, and so they don't. That's basically the way it is. So once you realize, okay, yeah, I can't be both, and that's what I realized, and I just realized that a couple of months ago, like maybe 3-4 months ago, maybe about 5 months ago. I was putting out travel credit card stuff, and then I would put out like the GoPro or the Osmo Pocket, and then I put out the Osmo Action, and those videos did horrible. And I was just thinking, like, wow, these are new products. I just bought it. I did put a video out. Usually it would get more traction. It wasn't getting much traction at all. And so what I realized is I need to focus on just travel credit cards, and I can start another channel and do the video stuff, the cameras and all that stuff. I want to do that, but I need to focus on one topic, and so that's where when I start. So like what 4 or 5 months ago, I started saying, okay, I'm going to do just travel related, travel credit card stuff, and then make another channel for this other stuff. So it's just something that I learned because now YouTube knows how to place me, and I see that I'm being ranked in certain credit cards alone. And I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but certain credit cards, like I'm at the top of the search, which that's where you want to be, at the top of the search. There are a few different ways. I know I'm going more into this stuff than maybe a lot of people are interested in, but I just kind of want to let you know, you know, we're all family here. This is the TEC family, right? So I want you guys to kind of know how channels grow, or how I've, you know, in my experience, what I'm seeing. But there's certain people have an audience already. So like Ask Sebi and Credit Shifu, they have an audience already. So they have a large subscriber base. They put out a video. It's going to be promoted to a lot of their subscribers already. So their videos are probably going to do relatively well because you have that large base. When you have a smaller channel like my channel, I don't have a large subscriber base, so when I put the videos out, it gets promoted to some of my subscribers. But what you also want to do is you also want to have that search. So when someone searches for the United Explorer card, oh, my name pops, or my videos pop up, and then people find me through this search. So that's one way to find people through the search, find people through the browse, and if you have a larger channel, then YouTube really wants to promote you. So even if you're not found at the top of the search, YouTube still wants to promote you because you have a large subscriber base and they know what you're talking about. Before you even put the video, when that video is launched, they automatically know, okay, this is what the video, these are the type of people who like this video. Okay. Guys, please hit the like button for me if you can so we can bring some more people in. And how is our poll going? Let's look. And I'll show you guys this at the end so you'll be able to see it. So don't worry. All right, Chase Sapphire Reserve is ahead, 55% right now. And 5 votes to 4 votes. So cool. Now, I don't know if you guys make sure you put it the way that they're saying. And like Julio, I see you put on here, you have the little less than, more than sign there. That, I don't think that's going to record. So it has to be exclamation point, vote, space, whatever it is, Chase or Amex. And that's it. So it has to read just like that. If it doesn't read like that, then they will not record it. So you're not going to see any change there. So I want everyone's vote to count. So make sure you put it that way, or you're not going to be seen. Actually, I can hold it out here. That way I can see it the whole time. Cool. All right, now we're back to 50-50. You guys are going back and forth. It's crazy. Okay. And I lost my... Here we go. All right, guys, so questions. Just if you have questions, please let me know. And I see you guys are talking about the Emirates. So Chase now is an Emirates partner. So pretty exciting, right? Emirates is already working with the Capital One, Capital One, and then with American Express. They've been working with them for a while, but now Chase is on board with them. So that's only good. That's only a good thing. Emirates is getting out there. They don't. I mean, what? Citi's the only card company or the bank right now that doesn't have a partnership with Emirates. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on with that. But I like how Chase is starting to increase their partners, and that's one thing that they lack when it comes to. I like their partners, but American Express has more partners. So it's good to see that Chase is starting to move in that direction where they're getting more partners. They have JetBlue as well, which I'm excited about the fact they have JetBlue. I don't have the JetBlue card yet, but it makes me, even more open to getting the card now. Like it's one of the cards that I want to get anyway, but it makes even more sense now that they have a partnership, so I can transfer my points right over there to top off some of my flights and stuff. So that's good. Okay, where did we leave off? Yeah, I'm way at the top here. I don't know why I'm up here. We're way down. All right. Okay, so Nate and Jess is saying TDC should go over the Barclay card lineup sometime. I'll look in that. When you say lineup, you're talking about every card that they have? Yeah, that would take a little while. Maybe we can do a review of a card every live stream or something. But I don't want to just go over the whole thing and just bore people. Like, not everyone's going to want to tune into that. So if we do maybe one at a time, I think it'd be a little more interesting to most people. But we can pull up one in a minute here. Let's see. And World of Walker says Barclay has a 624 rule. Awful. And Julio's saying get the JetBlue business card. So that'll be the card we're going to pull up and look at. So we'll look at that right now. Let's see, Tube, what's going on, man? Right. Okay, so Julio's saying, I don't know if you're talking to David or you're talking to, oh, you're talking to David, okay, about this that Spain thing, okay. It says try Iberia, so Iberia Airlines, they use Avios points, usually Amex has bonus on transfers. So that's cool, that's good information. Okay, so Michael's saying, World Walker, Ask Sebi is the best channel out there. When it comes to card point strategy, his channel has also inspired a lot of others to make channels when it comes to credit card game. Yeah, you know what? When it comes to Ask Sebi, I watch his channel. Like I watch everyone's channel. Like when people put out videos, travel credit card related, I want to see what they put out. Ask Sebi wasn't my inspiration when it came to travel credit cards. It was the Points Guy, and the Points Guy has a channel as well. I very rarely mention that, but the Points Guy had a lot of information out there on YouTube prior to Ask Sebi and Credit Shifu. The Points Guy, and he had like the. If you go back and look at some of his videos, they weren't top when it comes to like quality video wise, but the information was really good. And so I started following his blog and then started looking at his videos on YouTube. And that's where that's what inspired me, like his blog and his videos. And I would say, and I don't think anyone could argue this, the Points Guy is he's the driving force when it comes to travel credit cards and rewards. So he, in my mind, and I'm sure there's other people out there that were before him, but in my mind, he is his blog is what has brought a lot of people into this space and using travel credit cards and things like that. And also, what is it? What's the other one? God, I can't remember the name. It was on the tip of my tongue. He's on Boarding Area. From the Wing, or no, what is it? I want to find it now. Let's see. And interesting enough, Ask Sebi I think he's been out for 2 years, which is really impressive. He's had a channel for 2 years, and he's over 100,000 subscribers. That's amazing. 1 mile at a time, that's what I was thinking about. So 1 mile at a time, he has a really good blog. And I was following So I was following I was following the points guy, and I was following 1 Mile at a Time. 1 Mile at a Time. He also has some YouTube videos out too, but those guys were like the guys that I was really focused on back in the day, and they got me into this whole thing. Like, they made it make sense to me because I was very skeptical, and I totally understand when people are skeptical. I think one of the reasons why I like doing live streams is because I can talk with you directly when you have questions. And yeah, like, I was very, very skeptical when it came to getting credit cards, right? Like, I've always been skeptical about getting credit cards, and I needed that reassurance. Like, okay, does this really work, or am I wasting my time getting these points? So, yeah, it really helped out to be able to see someone that was doing things. I'm just checking my batteries here. Yeah, we got a little bit of time left. Okay. For those of you who don't know, yeah, I have a battery for my camera. I can plug it into the wall. I have like a little dummy battery that you plug into the wall, but I just use power banks, so I use these things right here. And the main reason for using this is it doesn't matter where I have the camera. I don't have to worry about having an outlet nearby. I can just have the little batteries there. So it just works better for me. Okay, let's move on. I'm giving you guys I'm giving you all the behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, but Ask Sebi's great. His channel is great, and Credit Shifu channel is great as well. And us little guys are just trying to make it. We're trying to get up there. But I think inspirational wise for me, it was the points guy, and that he's the one that got me into this whole thing. So I shouldn't say got me into the whole thing. Like, he's the one that reassured me that it worked. And then once I started seeing it work, I was done. Like I said, that first trip to Paris, after that trip, on my way home, sitting in first class, thinking, this is crazy. Like, I'd never been on a plane where I was like hoping that they had to go back to London and turn around and then come back. Give me like some extra time on this plane. Like, I'd never been on a plane like that before, or never been on airplane where I'm thinking, wow, I wish I had some more time to kind of sit and relax on this plane. So yeah, that made it all make sense, and from then I was hooked. Okay, but the important thing to know, just because you get hooked on, like, I'm hooked on it, but I have not changed my spending habits at all. Okay, don't change your spending habits. The only thing I've changed is which card I use. Debit card, credit card. I use a credit card. I have not changed my spending at all. So I'm still buying things that I need, not things that I want. And if it is something that I want that I don't need, I make sure I have the money in the bank to pay for that. Well, I make sure I have money in the bank, period. But I'm just saying, if it's one of those things where it's not something that I need, it's just something that I want, well, I make sure that the money's in my bank account. I'm not using my credit card and thinking, oh, I'll just pay it in a month, or I'll pay it in a couple months. No, pay it every 2 weeks. That's what I do. So that's important to know. So just because you get hooked on something, don't think, oh, well, I'm going to spend extra money now so I can earn even more points. That's not the way to go about it. You'll get your points. You will get your points. You just need to be patient and plan out your trips. And you don't always need to use points for everything that you do. When I just booked the hotel stay in Colombia, sure, I could have used 12,000 points a night and stay there for free. But I looked at it, I did my cost analysis and said, well, I don't mind paying $400 for, actually it's more like $500 for those 4 nights, because I'll get more value out of the points, which would be what's it, 48? Yeah, 48,000 points. I can get much more value out of that 48,000 points than the $500, believe it or not. So I want to save those points, and I'll use that for a flight or for something else in the future. Okay. Nika said, I flew Avianca to Colombia and Peru. I like them, so I signed up for the City Card so I can have more Avianca points. Yeah, Avianca's nice. I've been in Avianca a few times, and I do enjoy their flights. All right, what's going on, champ? Okay, so Champ is saying if you had to start over and were at 024 and couldn't do business cards, what's your top 5 cards you're going after? This is for my girlfriend. She refuses to get business cards. Ha ha ha. Okay, so wow, that's a lot. I'm just thinking that's a lot of information. So no business cards. So the first cards that I would start with is it's going to be Chase. I would get the Chase Sapphire Reserve. That's, I know the annual fee is a little pricey, but you can get that money back. The $300 travel credit, you'll be fine with getting or making your money on that card. Let's see. So Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Freedom. I like the regular Freedom card. You can also get the Freedom Unlimited if you want to do that. But I would get Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase, and the Chase Freedom card. Those would be the two. And then I'd look at United card, the Explorer card. I think that's a great card, and the World of Hyatt card. So that's 4. I think you said 5 total. I like to start with that Chase ecosystem because you don't want to go over that 524 without getting the Chase cards. So I would, at that point, I could get. I don't know what that last slot would be. If it's Chase, I don't know what it would be. Now, if I wanted to, because realistically, it's a pretty solid ecosystem to have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Chase Freedom, the United Explorer, and the World of Hyatt. That's a pretty solid combination there. If you want to fly Southwest, and maybe you can jump in and get one of the Southwest cards, or if you want to get the Bonvoy card, you can do that. But for the most part, I like having at least one hotel chain or one hotel branded card, one airline branded card, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and the Freedom card. And then that other card can be a wild card. You can get that sounds funny, a wild card. It could be just any card that you would want in the Chase ecosystem, or you can start switching at that point to another ecosystem. And if I were to jump into another ecosystem with that last card, actually it doesn't even make sense. You should go with the Chase card. Fill out the 524 with the Chase cards, and then jump into American Express. I would go with the Platinum first, so I can see if I can get that 100,000 sign-up bonus, and then go with the Amex Gold. So yeah, I would fill that slot with another. So out of the 5, if you want to get the 5 cards, the 4 that I mentioned, and then fill out that last slot with another Chase card. So that would be just whatever card you think is best at the time. All right. So I hope that helps your girlfriend. Business cards aren't bad though, but if she doesn't have a business, I get it, and you don't want to be on that side of getting a card and and you don't really have a business and you lied and you get caught up and you lose your points or something. I don't know. It could happen, right? So I understand that. So if you want to play it safe, then yeah, get those cards, get the cards that I mentioned, and then maybe. I don't know. I don't know what that last card would be. It probably would be, for me, it would probably be like a Southwest card, I guess. I don't know if I would be looking at any other cards. And I'm not really big on Southwest, but I'm just trying to think in my head, what other card would I want? Maybe like I was talking about earlier, the JetBlue card. The JetBlue card would be good. It's not a Chase card, it's a Barclay card, but they have there's a transfer partner with Chase, so I can top off my JetBlue points with my Chase Ultimate Award points. So, yeah, I probably would do that. I would probably jump over to JetBlue, get the JetBlue card. All right, let's see. Let's see. Tuba saying, didn't Avianca just withdraw from one of the alliances? I don't know about that. They're Star Alliance. I know that. So they're still Star Alliance. I just booked a flight, so I know that for a fact. Another thing too, like, and I was going to mention this, but I got sidetracked. The I really like the Star Alliance at Los Angeles Airport. If you ever go to Los Angeles Airport and you have the opportunity to go into the Star Alliance Lounge, very nice lounge. They don't have like a full-on like food. Like they'll have finger foods, kind of buffet style. You can fill up there. It's more than just snacks, so you can fill up. But you have to be flying business class or first class. But they have a really nice setup. So I will be getting to the airport early. And even though my flight is at 12 a.m., I still will get there a lot earlier than that. And I'm going to go to P.F. Chang's for sure. And I don't know how early I'm getting there, but I'm going to P.F. Chang's and I might go to another spot as well. The flight from Los Angeles to El Salvador, or is it El Salvador? Yeah, the flight from Los Angeles to El Salvador, there's no food. No food will be served, so I'm not going to get any food until breakfast time. So from the flight from El Salvador to Colombia, it's like a 3-hour flight. They'll serve breakfast there. So I'll probably be hungry on the plane, that first plane. So I will get some food to go on the plane. So if I work it out right, because it resets in 2 hours, if I work it out right, I can get to the airport early enough to get a meal and then go to another place, get another meal to go, and take that on the plane with me. So that'll be the plan. And I also want to go to just hang out at the Star Alliance Lounge. Okay, so you got to plan all this stuff out now. Like before, I didn't even think about it. It didn't make any there's no reason for me to plan going to the airport. I know what I'm doing, right? I'm just going to be standing in the line the whole time and sitting in the terminal. But now when you have other options and you have free food that's being thrown at you, it's like, okay, now I have to plan this out. This is a little different. But it's a good thing that happened, right? All right. All right, let's see. Okay, how's our poll going? Looks like we have 13 votes, and Chase Sapphire Reserve is at 55? This screen is very small, so I can't see that far out. Yeah, it looks like we're at 53%, 53 to 43%, or 53% to 46%. Chase is on top. All right, so get your votes in, guys. There's only 13 votes up there. You guys are gonna let you Amex guys, Team Amex is gonna let Chase Sapphire Reserve win, huh? All right, Jessica, I mentioned. Let's see, you on Trip Astute. Oh, okay. I mentioned you on Trip Astute's channel on the video with Ask Sebi, and mentioned he should reach out to you. I hope you can do a video together sometime. Cool, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate. I reached out to Trip Astute back. I need to. I had so much stuff going on, and I did reach out to him in comment section, and he said that he was down to do a collab. So I will reach out to him again. I appreciate you putting that out there, Jessica. And if you guys want to see me with other people, yeah, put it out there. Put it out there to them. They're gonna listen to. They'll obviously. I'll put it to you this way: if someone reached out to me and said, "Hey, you should do something with someone else," then yeah, I'm gonna, because you guys are, because you guys mean something to me. You mean a lot to me. Especially the people who are on here all the time that I know, regular, like you guys are my friends, even though we haven't met. I'm gonna look into those. Like if you say, hey, yeah, you should do a collab with so and so, then I will. Those will be the first people on my list to reach out to. So, yeah, and if you see people and you think, oh yeah, and you reach out to them on their channel and say, hey, I'd love to see a collab with you and so and so. I think that has an impact. Let's just put it that way. All right. let's see here. So, John, I see you have a question here about repaying the IRS. They're telling me 2,100 minimum monthly. Wow, that's a lot of money. Yeah, I don't. You need to go to a tax professional or a financial advisor when it comes to that. I'm not going to give you any advice when it comes to paying the IRS. I don't want to give you anything wrong. I haven't been in a situation where I've had to do that. So, okay. You know, that's a good question too. He's asking, is Avianca Brazil separate from what David's talking about, Avianca Colombia? I don't know, because you know what? When I booked my flight, I noticed that it said Avianca Costa Rica. And I'm thinking, I thought Avianca was a Colombian airline. So I don't know if they have different, I don't know. I don't know how big Avianca is, but I do know they fly in Colombia. Like that is one of the Colombian Airlines. So I don't know how they've branched out. Maybe it's kind of like Virgin America, Virgin Atlantic, you know, maybe it's kind of like that set up there. But I'm not sure. Okay, World of Walker saying you want to have a Choice Hotels card. Probably not too many people. John, let's see. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about there. Okay, so David's asking, what is everyone's process in asking for an upgrade? Are you talking? So I guess you're talking about hotel upgrades. Uh, you know, I have a video of getting that upgrade when I was in Kauai at the Grand Hyatt, and so I need to put that together, and I will be doing that at some point. So now that I have, like when I was doing videos every day, I was constantly like editing the next video, right? So now I'm gonna have a little bit of space in between. So I'm not gonna put out videos every day. So I will get to that video and pull that out. And my process is, I mean, I usually, I'm just polite. That's just the way that I go about it. It does help, I guess, not, if you have small little complaints. And I did have a complaint the last time when I stayed at the Grand Hyatt. So it does help maybe if you have a little complaint. You're not, you know, I was polite the whole time, but I just said, yeah, you know, or I was trying to get the club access, right? And I have these club access passes, and they give you, Explorers, you get like 4 passes a year, something like that. Whereas if you're a globalist, it's automatic, like you'll get it. But you have to call in if you're an Explorer. So you have to call in and see if you can use these passes. And so I called in, and sure enough, I couldn't use the pass. So when I got to the hotel, I mentioned that to the lady behind the counter, and and I just mentioned, I just said, yeah, you know, I said, you know, I get these passes and I can't use them. Like every time I call, it's like, and it wasn't her problem. Like or it wasn't the hotel's problem. It's calling the World of Hyatt. So it's the program. It's not the hotel. So I just happened to mention that to her, and then when she told me about, okay, it looks like you booked a standard room and you'll be here for one night, and I was like, and at that point, that's when I asked her, do you guys have any upgrades? And she was like, oh, let me check. And so she checks, and then goes away, comes back, and say, hey, I have a suite for you, and upgraded me that way. So I didn't go in there all upset, mad, and you know, because a lot of times it's not their fault. I mean, well, it's never really their fault, the people behind the counter. But in this case, yeah, it was the hotel. It was the World of Hyatt program. It wasn't even the hotel. And so I just mentioned that to her, that I wasn't able to use it. And that might have had some impact. She might have been like, yeah, you know what, that does, or she might hear that often. And I don't know if Hyatt is in the business of doing that all the time, but yeah, yeah, I think that helped. Let's just put it that way. I think that helped me get an upgrade there. And there's certain places that I don't even ask. If I'm staying at a high place, I don't even ask for an upgrade. all the rooms are primarily the same, and so you might get a different view, but that's that's pretty much it. So in most situations, I'm not even asking if it's a Hyatt place. Although there are a few Hyatt places where they do have suites, so they have some. You can be upgraded, but I'm usually fine with the rooms they have. I'm telling you, it's a hidden secret. Hyatt Place Hotel is a hidden secret because they have the rooms are big anyway. Like to me, the rooms are spacious and they're good. So I don't have any real issues with those rooms. All right. Okay. I lost my place again. Okay, how's our voting going? So we're still at just 13 votes, and Chase Sapphire Reserve is on top. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and skim through some of this stuff because I lost my place. What's going on, Seven? Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Braveheart saying he likes the poll. That's cool. I'm glad you like it, and we'll do a poll. So that'll be kind of the start. I want to have a kind of a routine every time I do a live stream, where we do certain things every live stream, so you guys kind of know what to expect. And I think a poll would be good, so I can have a poll of the week and just put that out there, so you guys can vote while we're going through all this stuff. Let's see. All right, we're gonna have to move forward here. I told myself I was only gonna be on here an hour, and it's already over an hour. So let me see. Seven saying one of the hardest working YouTubers. I appreciate that, Seven. That's a good thing, right? Always good to do hard to work hard here. Okay, and Seven saying that you'll need to collaborate with others, like Ask Sebi did with Credit Shifu and Tripastute. I agree. I agree. I will be reaching out to people. That's for sure. And I have an interview coming up on Thursday, and you guys know Jason and we're starting to do a show on Monday. So every Monday we'll be doing a show. We're going to be doing our show. So Flashpoint Capital is who I'm talking about. We'll be doing a show tomorrow. It's going to be on his channel. So you guys want to go over to his channel. If you have not gone over to his channel already and subscribed to his channel, please do. He talks about travel reward credit cards, and he's got a lot of good information out there, and he has a really good co-host. So, so yeah, we'll be there tomorrow on his channel at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so 8 p.m. Central. Yeah, Julia. That's funny. He says, program the bot to kick out those who don't like the video. That's funny. I wish I could have it so you do get points for liking the video, but I'm not able to do that. It doesn't really record who likes the video. Like, it'll record that the video is being liked, but it doesn't record who's actually liking the video. But that brings us to a good point. Please like the video. If you guys are here, please like the video if you have not done so we can promote the video out to more people. And we're about 34 likes and 34 people in the building, so I'm taking it everybody in the building has already liked the video. If you have not, then please do so. Okay. And Shamrock saying, I vote City. City is not a part of it. Not a part of this poll. Now that I know the poll works, and I just randomly just picked this poll, and I actually did this a week ago. And I just wanted to see how the polls work, like how you set everything up. So I did that, and so now I can make some better polls in the future. But I just wanted to do that. So we will do a poll in the future where we have like city involved. Okay. Brian saying that Chase needs to get the Korean Air back. Korean Air is good, yeah. That would be nice. I vote Credit One. Yeah, Credit One. All right. And I keep saying I vote. It's exclamation point vote. All right. So Shamrock saying Chase has a lock on the protection, but Amex is just better all the way around. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, Shamrock. I wouldn't say Amex is better all the way around. Not with one card. I think they have the best tandem that's out there. So the Amex Platinum, and the Amex Gold, that's the best tandem that you can have, I think. But Amex Platinum alone is not a great card. I think they lack. They lack in earn. I mean, you could earn with airlines and what is it? Airline and booking. Is it hotel? I can't even remember now. But they lack when it comes to restaurants and things like that. So you have to have the Amex Gold with that card in order to make it work. And you have to travel a lot with that card. So my phone is blowing up. Let me turn this down. I keep hearing it going off. All right. It's just bothering me. It keeps going off and off. You get in these group texts and everyone just, yeah, you get it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, we'll move on down, move on down. Chase without height he equals why even bother? That's Shamrock saying that. So Shamrock sounds like he's anti-Chase. But at least you recognize Hyatt. That is a good. that does help Chase out. I will agree with that. Um. So thoughts on the Wyndham and JetBlue cards? I don't know anything about Wyndham. I don't. I don't. I don't have any information on them at all. JetBlue cards I think are good. I like them, but yeah, Wyndham, I don't have any info for you on that. Hopefully someone else has some experience with them. Okay. We'll move down here. I'm trying to get through some of this stuff. I'd like to do a review at the very end here, but I didn't want to go on too long, so let's see. Okay, so Shamrock's saying that my issue with the points guy is that he is very biased towards whatever his ad revenue is targeting that month. His valuations are off. Don't really care for TPG, to be honest. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's fair, and some people have mentioned that, like, okay, well, but I think he does a good job in the sense that it's not just him. He's got a team. It's a blog, but I mean, he has a team of people working with him, and they all come from different areas. And sure, I'm sure they're targeting different cards, putting it out there. But that's where you need to come in and how can I say? As long as they're providing you information, you should be able to make an educated choice, right? So you shouldn't just listen to I'm going to listen to what people tell me, but I'm going to make an educated decision based on my needs, right? No one knows what your needs are. They can tell you, okay, this card is good, and I like this card because it gives me this, this, and this. And then you need to make that decision on your own, like, hey, yeah, this is a good card for me because of this, this, and this. So you need to do the research on your own. You shouldn't be just sitting there listening to what people spin cards, right? Because they're going to tell you that it's the same thing. Like if you were, what am I trying to say here? If you were like, I don't know, I got a Skype message. I don't know who this is. This person, this random person just sent me a Skype text. I don't know who that is. All right. Anyway, yeah, I like the information. So you give me the information, and then I'll decide. It's just like when you're watching the news, the same thing. Like people can put out that information there. It could be a biased viewpoint, but I'm going to decide on my own. I'm going to do the research on my own. Just give me the information that I'm looking for. So, what's the sign-up bonus? Give me some of the pros and cons in your mind, what you think of the pros and cons, and then I'll look at the card, and then I'll decide on my own. Let's face it, this is a business, right? And so, and when I say it's a business, like even the people that are out there now that put out YouTube videos, and we always like to say, yeah, I'm not being sponsored by them, but some of us are. Some of us are being sponsored by different companies, and we have referral links, and so does that skew what I tell you? Like I'm not right now. I don't have any sponsorships. The only thing I have are referral links, but those referral links from the cards, and we all get those referral links. But would I push a card if I have a referral link? That's another good question. Would you push a card if you had a referral link, and someone was asking you about information between two cards, and you have a referral link for one, but you don't have a referral link for the other one? Would you push the one that you have a referral link for and say, hey, you know what? If you sign up, using my referral link, you get an extra this, and that. So it's a good question, right? Like, how would you react to that? And have you done it before? Like, have you got a friend to sign up using a referral link and giving them information? So I just think when it comes down to it, they're there providing information. And sure, they have ad revenue. They're putting out different things, and I have the points guy. He sends emails to me about different cards and stuff like that, and I'll look at the cards. But I'm not just blindly looking at the card and say, "Oh, I'm going to jump on this card." Yeah, they might be promoting it because they're, as far as the way their business is structured, this card is making them money or what have you. But I just look at it as information. I'll just leave it at that. And a lot of people have angles. People in this chat right now have angles where they're saying, hey, I have this card. You should get it. And the reason why you should get it is because you can use my referral link and we can both, make out. So I don't know. I'll just leave it at that, Shamrock, but that's the way I feel about it when it comes down to it. Give me the information. I think the one good thing about the points guy is he's gotten to a level where he has access that a lot of people don't have. So he can get you information that us small people, even the YouTubers, can't get you. And I don't care how many subscribers you have, he has access that people don't have. He's going on planes before their inaugural launch of planes and giving that information. He's able to interview the top CEOs of different companies. So I like that kind of information. So he has a reach that I think no one else in this space right now has. And like I said, I don't care how many subscribers you have. YouTube is a good platform, and you're able to make some good AdSense money with YouTube. But I still have not seen the crossover where you're getting well, I shouldn't say that. I'm talking about in this space, in the travel space. Now I have seen it with some other YouTubers like Casey Neistat, but he's got millions of subscribers. But he's able to reach out and get Samsung on board and get some of Nike and some of these other companies on board to work with these. He's able to work with these companies. But a lot of YouTubers, especially in this space, we're not able to work with other companies when it comes to this stuff. So it hasn't really crossed over yet. I think at some point it will, because I think YouTube is just too popular, and companies are smart, and they need to be smart in the sense that, hey, we have to take this seriously. We can really, these influencers out here are able to help us out and drive more traffic to our business. Okay, all right. Okay, so Champ is saying, all right, guys. Okay, clearly bot. Yeah, but like my question to you: have you ever given a referral link to someone? And if you have, did you do it? Like, did you give them the information? Did you give them all the information? Let me just put it that way. Or were you slanted? Were you like, hey, you know what? This is a great card, but you knew there was a better card out there. Let's say it was between Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Amex Platinum, and you knew in your heart Amex Platinum is probably a better card for this person because they travel a lot and they like lounge access and all that. But you had the Chase Sapphire Reserve referral, which is not even a thing right now. But let's say it was. You had that referral. Would you say, hey, yeah, you know, they're both good. Yeah, I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I like it. You know, I have a referral link. Would that sway you? So, and I think most of us would probably feel a little bit better about getting a referral. I don't know. Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know how you feel about it. We have on in the Facebook group, we have a referral section where everyone puts their referral links in there. It's talked about in our chats now where people say, hey, yeah, you know, that's a great card, and I have a referral link. You use my referral link. So does that mean you're bought? I guess is my question. Vic. Oh, wow, Vic. Kenneth Shifu reminds me of a young Jim Carrey. Oh, wow. He does kind of have that smile, the Jim Carrey smile. All right, let me move on through here. Shamrock for president. David. All right, let's move on down here. Jerry, thank you for subscribing, buddy. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, almost down the bottom here. Okay, if you guys have any other questions, comments, go ahead and put it in the chat now. And damn, there's a lot of hating going on with Chase. But guess what? Chase Sapphire Reserve is winning out on the poll. So a lot of people don't agree with you guys. Shamrock and David. We're at what, 50s at 58%? Looks like 58% Chase Sapphire Reserve and 41%. Let's see. 41% with American Express. All right. Team Chase and Braveheart saying that. Yeah, guys, give the video a thumbs up if you can. If you have not done so before, please like the video so we can promote it out. I just couldn't do that. for what amounts to a couple of $100 from a referral. Call me crazy, I guess, but I just won't do it. So you won't do referrals, is that what you're saying? Or you're saying you just wouldn't tell people? Because, and this is the way I look at things. I'm very straightforward when it comes to credit cards, okay, travel credit cards. And I will tell people, yeah, this card's good, this card, in my opinion, this card's good. But see, the thing is, and I think we get too wrapped up in this card's the best. And this card's the best for you, okay? There's certain cards out there that might not be the best for me, but they work really well for other people. So there is no card out there right now. There's no card, period. It's just like, I liken it to the camera world, the camera industry, because there's always arguments. And I've been in photography for over 10 years now, and there's always arguments about, actually it's been 9 years. There's always been arguments about what's the best camera, what's the best camera brand. Canon, Nikon, Sony. Sony wasn't even in the game back then. It was Canon and Nikon, which one's the best? And they're different companies, and they bring different things to the table. And there's certain things that you might like about Canon that fit you. Canon is one of those things, and I'll tell you, when I got the first camera that I got was Canon, and I'm getting somewhere with this story. But the first camera that I got was Canon, and the reason that I got the Canon camera is I picked up the Nikon, I held it in my hand, picked up the Canon, held it in my hand. The Canon just felt more comfortable to me, and so I went with Canon. That was it. I didn't care about the specs and all that other kind of stuff. The cameras, for the most part, they gave you different benefits, but the camera that felt better to me was Canon, and that's why I went with Canon. And I'm no longer shooting Canon, but I shot Canon for 8 years, and then I recently switched over to Sony. But my point is, you're going to have different travel credit cards that are out there, and they're going to offer you different benefits. Some of those benefits might really mean something to you, and that's why you go with that card, and that's why you think that card's the best. But that doesn't mean, like for other people, they have different needs, and they might see a card being a better card, a better fit. The Amex Gold is a perfect example of that. Not everyone goes to the grocery store. Believe it or not, some people eat out a lot, and and with the Amex Gold, yeah, you can use the restaurant credit, so you can use that. But to get full advantage of that card, you are going to want to go to grocery stores and shop, and you are going to want to eat out as well. But people have different needs, and so you might see different things and say, yeah, you know what? I like this card because I like flying on this airline. I've been flying on this airline for years, and I'm committed to this airline. So I might bypass and not get a certain card because there's no partnership with this airline that I like to fly with. So that's the reason why I want to go with a certain card over another card. So there's so many different factors, and I know I get you guys all spun up because I put that on there, Chase Sapphire Reserve or Amex Platinum, and now everyone's like, oh, okay, there's got to be one or the other. But in reality, just pick the card that works for you, and they're going to be different cards, right? So it's not necessarily, you're going to find strengths and weaknesses on both sides, and you just kind of have to pick which one you think is better off, or pick which one is better for you. Okay, let's see here. And Tuba saying Nikon, yeah. No, Canon. Pentax, wow. Oh, man. All right, Shamrock. Shamrock is on one tonight. Wow. Oh, God. No Kodak. Yeah, and you should always, I mean, if I could just put one thing out there, you should never follow anyone blindly, okay? I don't care who it is, me, anyone. You should take the information that you're getting and do your research, okay? That is your job. You should never just listen to what someone's saying. If they say, oh, yeah, Hyatt is the best hotel to stay in, you need to stay at Hyatt, you should never just take that. You should experience it. And I always tell people, experience hotels. Go stay at a Hyatt, stay at a Hilton, stay at a Marriott. See which one you like best, which one works for you. So we should never, like, and we're in the age of, I don't want to get into politics and all that, but we're in the age of we're overwhelmed with news, with media out there, right? You should never just take all that information and just run with it. You should always do your research. So you hear something, look into it. Don't just follow blindly and say, oh, well, they said it on there, so that it must be true. The points guy said that, so this is the best card, so it must be true. You should never be like that. And you should always do your research. So I want to get as much information as possible. And if someone tells me something about a card, I want to look that card up and find out that information and then make an educated decision. But I'm not basing my decision solely on some information that I got in an email that was an advertisement from the points guy or from anyone. So yeah, that's my take on that. Let's see. Where are we here? Brian said, only 1 hour today. Yeah. You know what? I got to get better about it. I'm not concise enough to just like boom, boom, boom and done. Like I have to, I don't know. It's hard. I need to streamline it though. I want to be able to sit down and I really need to streamline it because I'm going to be doing a live stream a day starting in December. So December 1st through December 28th, we're going to have this marathon of live streams. So I am going to need to streamline it and get it like an hour. It's not always going to be at the same time, so I'm going to have to kind of figure that out. So yeah, I'm going to have some work to do to cut it down because it can get a little ridiculous. Okay. Okay, so Shamrock's saying, let's see, I agree with you. This hobby is so complex that newbies get confused. We all have. That is a tough hobby to master, or this is a tough hobby to master. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of information out there, and that does play a role too. I mean, you can easily be influenced if there's so much information and you're just like, I don't know, I'll just take that one. The last person that speaks is the card that you get, right? And you get bombarded, and we've all been through this where you get your first travel credit card and then all of a sudden you're getting all these mailers and emails and of all these different credit cards and that have nothing to do with the credit. Like you get a Chase card, and now you're getting stuff from Capital One and American Express, and you're just getting all this info. And when you first start out, you don't really know the value of points and all that, so you're kind of looking at things and you're like, I don't know, is this a good card or not? It's saying 100,000 sign-up bonus, and this is only 50,000 sign-up bonus. But you don't realize that this 50,000 points they're more valuable than these other points, and yeah, it can be pretty overwhelming. Let's see. Okay, so Shamrock here, let's see, he says, look at yourself. We all know you love Chase, but you don't intentionally skew information for the sake of profit, which is why I enjoy you and your channel. Okay, well, cool. Hey, but if Chase was paying me, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying. I'm just going to tell you what I think about what works for me. And I think as long as we do that as a community, like, hey, I like Chase, and this is the reason why I like Chase. And if you look at it and you say, yeah, you know what? Those are some pretty good points. Or I like staying at Hyatt too, and maybe that will work out for me because I can stay at Hyatt and all that. So, yeah, it just, you just put it out there like that. And I'll tell you, like, if I don't know something, like American Express, I don't know a lot about American Express. I really don't. I don't have any cards. So I can't give you that personal experience of, yes, I have the card, I've used it, I like it, this is why. Maybe in the future, when I do get some American Express cards, I can give you a better, like I can tell you my experience with American Express, but I just don't have it right now. Oh, right. Okay, and Vic is saying that I think I'm obligated to get a United card, being that their hub is at my local airport. Yeah, and that also means a lot. Like, do they have a hub nearby? Because if they have a hub, then you're probably going to get better deals flying out of that airport. So it does make sense to look into getting that credit card because you have a better chance of redeeming your rewards and getting a good rate with your rewards. You know, good maximizing your points because they have more planes that are flying out of that area. So that's also a factor, or should be a factor. All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to get out of here. Let me look through here, and then we're gonna pull up the poll real quick before we leave. I didn't get enough time to do the review of the JetBlue card. We will do that in the future, okay? And if I forget, remind me. Hey, can you do the JetBlue business? I want to do the JetBlue business card. Okay, cool. Let's see. Shamrock saying that's why I know you. This channel and your audience will continue. Cool. All right. Okay, so we're at the end here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our little poll that we've conducted here. And I really don't like that this screen is here. Let me pull this down here. Need to be able to see it. All right, so the end of our poll. 18 votes, 10 for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and American Express got 8 votes. So 55 to 44%. Very close, very close. I think ultimately Chase, in my opinion, is just easier to use. And I think that a lot of people go with Chase. Well, there are 2 reasons. One, that 524 rules kind of pulled a lot of people in. And once you get a couple of Chase cards, you're like, well, I might as well get the Chase Sapphire Reserve because I want to get that card ultimately. But I think Chase is easier to use. The credit, the travel credit's easier to use. And it's just, you don't have to jump through different hoops in order to use that card. So I think that has a huge impact on people. So. All right. So Nathan Jess is saying that you should review the Wyndham card as well as evaluations are pretty good. Yeah, I'll have to look at that card. I've never looked at that card. That's a hotel card, right? So I've never stayed at any Wyndham hotels. So I will look at it. That poll was rigged. It's still open. You can still vote. I didn't close it. Let's see. Your poll is fake news. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's open. You guys can vote right now. You'll see it change. If anyone votes, they'll see it change right now. As a matter of fact, I didn't vote, did I? I don't think I voted. No, I didn't vote. Let me vote right now. Let's see here. What am I going to vote? What am I going to vote? Ah! Oh, man. Did it change? Did I vote right? Or maybe I voted already. Yeah, maybe I did vote already. I don't remember. Oh, no, there it is. There it goes. You can only vote once, Shamrock, so you can't vote anymore. All right. right, we have a clear winner. So, guys, I will be doing a poll every show at the beginning. I think this is pretty fun. So we'll just announce the poll at the beginning, and we'll just have it on a variety of different topics. This was all fun, like I said, but we'll do some more serious things. So if we have like a topic that we're talking about for the day, then we'll do a poll on what you guys think about it, so we can get some honest feedback live while we're on the show. So I think that would be good. 7 saying I can't vote because I don't have Amex. No, I can still vote. I can just vote for for what I like. There might be a reason I don't have Amex, right? Okay, guys. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take off. I appreciate you guys all stopping by. Please hit the like button on your way out. And please check out the video that I put out. And I think the link is still good. Yeah. So here's a link. Go over to this video and check it out. And what's going on, Choco? And like the video. So just go over to that video, watch it, like it, and comment if you have any questions or anything like that about the video. But it's on credit cards are bad, ? That's the title. So we just talk a little bit about not falling into debt when you have credit cards or when you use credit cards. So should be some pretty good info there. All right, guys. Thank you guys for stopping by, and we will be on tomorrow. So don't forget, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over on Flashpoint Capital's channel. So you're going to want to go over to his channel now. If you have not subscribed to his channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the little bell notification. That way you'll get notified when we're going live. I think they send out a notification early. I don't even know. I really should know this, but I think once I set a date, they might put a notification out there to you before, and then right before it goes live, they give you another notification so you guys can get that information. Shamrock, we agree on that. I'm not even going to repeat it. Yeah, but you have my agreement because of that. All right, so I want to recap. All right, guys. So yeah, tomorrow, make sure you stop by Flashpoint Capital's channel, and we'll be on there. And this is going to be his first show, so make it a good show for him. One of the hardest things to do when you're doing a live stream is just to get an audience, just to have people show up. And I didn't have anybody, like I wasn't into, like, Flashpoint's doing it the right way, where he's in here, he's chatting with you guys, so you guys already know him. A lot of you already subscribed to his channel, and we're able to promote the fact that he's doing a live stream. I didn't promote it at all when I did my first few live streams, and so I just got on there and started talking, and I was just hoping that people would show up, and I'd get like 1 or 2 people in there, and then after, it took a couple months actually before I started getting an audience of like maybe 10, 15 people, and then it got a little bit better, and it got to like around 20 people, and now we're if it's a good day, we get about 60 people. If it's kind of the average, it's between like 35 and 40 people that I'm seeing. So yeah, that's the hardest part, just having that audience, getting that audience there. Okay, so you guys are checking all your stuff there. And that's all I have. So please hit that like button on your way out so we can promote this out on the rebroadcast. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye. It didn't work, did it? Why is this not working ever? There it goes.